Hello, me Sauter again. So we're back here in our little RTS engine code. Still not much here, but we're gonna change that today. We're gonna be starting to play around with EntityX and just figuring the ropes, getting everything working. But yeah, so to start with, we first have to, let's do this all down here after we create all the shaders and junk. We're going to, first, let's actually do this in the engine. That actually makes, I created this engine file. And I might as well use it. So let's copy over the include from here. Paste it in here. Let's do all of our messing around in here. So we're gonna need a class. What should I call this? For now, call it world. I'm thinking of the wrong language. Let's see. Okay. And it just extends from EntityX itself. Just the public junk. Oh. Not a class or a struct name. Oh, that, yeah. EntityX. There we go. Yeah, okay. So yeah, in addition to that, we're gonna have to have some systems. Basically the way, if you haven't used entity component systems before, I'll actually just create some components first. Has the concept of an entity it's just a collection of components. It just is a place where you store components. Component can be pretty much anything. Okay, what are you wanting? Argument list for class template. Oh yeah, okay. This is my first time using this particular system. It might just be a regular. Yeah, am I doing this wrong? Oh, okay, that's simpler. Okay. That is simpler by far. Yeah, you don't actually even have to inherit from anything, and because of that, this is actually just a struct. And we're going to use, let's also import GLM here. Vec3. Spelling is not working today. Do I even need, if it's just a struct, do I even need to have this here? Because I could, it does make it slightly more specific. Yeah, it looks like just looking at the code or the README on the EntityX, it looks like you you assign and access components by their type. So I do need something here. So as much as I dislike this sort of thing, I mean, I could create it manually, but whatever. I'm also going to create a constructor. X float y float z and just value x, y, and z. There we go. That should be working. And I'm also going to create a velocity and same thing. It feels really bad, but I mean, it'll make sense in a bit. Especially since this is essentially just duplicating code, but it'll make sense in a bit. Then we're gonna do a system. Public system. System. It's kind of weird that it takes itself as a thing. Whatever. I guess it's a template sort of shenanigans. Make this public. And then void update EntityX entity manager, and yes, EntityX event manager and events time delta. I don't know if that's an actual. That might just be a. Okay, that's just a creative thing, so I'm just gonna have to do it myself. Double DT. Oh wait, that's an override. I don't know where they're getting time delta from. Oh well. Okay, time delta is a thing. It's just a double. Like, that's so dumb. I could have. That's so dumb. I hate it when they do that sort of stuff, because it's one thing if like you need this, but like just use double, right? Oh well. Whatever. So there's a couple ways to do this. I'm gonna do this the way they're showing and just do an each on the position and the direction. Or if there's a way to like specify like a I guess it's not direction in my case, the velocity. Or there's a way to entity and entity position. I like having the and here. Position, velocity, and velocity. Do I have too many parentheses? I do. I must have created parentheses for me. entity, yes. And what's the complaint about? Expected date. Oh, maybe there wasn't too many. No, there wasn't too many. Oh wait, there is too many. Just not there. It should go here, and this is a. Yeah, I'm used to Kotlin, and that you can just have the lambda outside of the parentheses, and essentially it would just be position dot value plus equals velocity dot value. And that should be literally it. Oh, nope. Times dt. Is it gonna plane that? No, I'm not. That's so dumb. They might actually not have that. So does it scale? Or is it just? Do I just need to cast this? Okay, no. Okay, so they just don't. Oh, I just have to float. Maybe? No. Okay, that's fun. T. Now does it work? Okay, now it works. And I'm more explicit at what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, that's the basic entity system. Now the main thing is just tying this to the actual implementation, and I'm gonna do a class. Debug render system. T system debug render system, and then public update EntityX entity manager EntityX event manager EntityX time delta. I'm just gonna make this TX has no event manager, not manger. Should be right now. Just going to clean things up over here. Oops. Just make it more to my style. And then the same idea here. But this time I only care about position. I actually don't care about DT, so I'm not going to capture anything. And EntityX entity position. Actually, I could care about velocity depending on how I want to rotate things. For now, though, I'm not going to care about velocity. And before I do this, I'm gonna need to. I'm gonna basically redo the code. A lot of the stuff. I'm going to have a. I'm gonna explicitly say private, just because that looks better to me. Or no, I'm gonna do the. I think it's like a public things first and then private. Unsigned int, the VO, VBO, and the shader program. Now pclose. I don't know why I did that. And yeah, and then up here, I'm going to create the constructor, and I don't know if I have to do anything with like the, I don't know if the system has its own constructor. I don't know if I care. I want to do the real question is do I want to do this as a constructor or do I want to do this as a method, basically an init method. Constructor is easier. I should probably make a D. This sort of thing I'm always kind of weirded out. Like not entirely sure the best way to do this. Okay. Let's do an init method. That way. Here we would do if VO and VBO and program 0. Dang it. Probably the easier to type it out. Oh well. Equals not equal to 0. And then I'm gonna give it braces because I like it like that. And then indent it. So, and then I'm gonna have an init method and a cleanup method. I don't know. I kind of have weird feelings about constructors and deconstructors. Well, even if I create a constructor and deconstructor, I kind of want to make this thing explicit. Just so that if I want to, essentially, you could do the same thing with scopes, though. Okay, I can change it later. I just won't worry about it now. So, cleanup's easier, so I'm going to do that first. So if VBO do GL, oh, I need to import glad. Because otherwise I'm not going to be seeing anything. There we go. VBO, if VBO GL, I think it's delete buffer 1 and VBO. And then if VO GL delete vertex arrays 1 and VO. If program GL delete program, is that thing? And program? No, printf. Why would you ever delete? You should probably never delete printf, I would assume. Unless you don't really like it. That seems extreme though. I wonder how many people have created like a macro for printf that like I probably a lot of people. That is kind of a weird thing that C has. Alrighty, and creating it is fairly simple. Oh, before I forget, equals. I'm just gonna do it all at once. VO equals program equals 0. Why are you complaining? Too many arguments. Oh yeah, makes sense. Let's delete program, not delete programs. And first things first, let's glgen vertex arrays. You know, I'm kind of feeling, why am I not just copying this? Yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna copy the stuff I did last time. Cause I'm gonna use the same shader and junk. Create program. Yeah, this all looks good. Actually, I'll remove it from here. And add it all here. Well, indented wrong. In a different folder. Well, I'll put it in a different file, probably like a debug header or something. For now, it doesn't matter. Position. The real question is, do I want to do the positioning via instancing, like a normal instancing method, or for now, I'll actually. Wouldn't be too difficult now that I think about it. If we just I could just create another vertex object. Get rid of that. Keep most of these. Oh, I forgot something on this. I remember it just now. After I link these, I can actually delete shader and yes, it is being really slow today. Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm also going to do a instancing probably would be better. Okay, if I start getting significant slowdown, I'll use instancing. But for now, let's just do a uniform. I'll put it up here next to the uniform vec3 instance position. So view position. Yeah, I mean, I might start using matrices instead of positions, but that's not, yeah. Well, ultimately it doesn't matter because like the rendering code, like this system is just a debug system, so it doesn't matter that much. So yeah, that should work. In general, it probably just don't, like if I were to just render everything, wouldn't do anything. That should be good for the init method and the cleanup method. The update method, I don't like it. I don't like to update this drawing, but I'm gonna just have it do that now because I'll fix it later. I promise. Draw arrays, and then GL triangles, and then 0. Hopefully that didn't come out on the audio. Probably did. Oh well. Vertices. Oh yeah, before I do that. Before I do that even. GL bind vertex array, and then view. GL use program. I don't know what's complaining about. Is it actually complaining, or is it just like just taking forever? Okay. PR is not defined, yes. GL what was it? Uniform 3F, right? Not uniform, uniform 3F. I know there's a way to do this with like just passing in a pointer to the GLM object itself. I just don't really want to do that. It's not too difficult. I actually might do it because this is kind of annoying. Oh well. That in theory should do it. So I mean, this isn't the best way to do this. I should be doing some sort of instancing or something. But yeah, what are you complaining about? Too few arguments. Wait, what? Position void. Type. I think that's just like I think it's just confused, if I had to guess. Oh, is this bad? GLint location? Oh. That would be GL get uniform location, I think. And it's like program and then instance position. You know, while I'm here, I'm just going to change this to I position just to match the way I'm doing things. So it would be, so in the shader, this would be, oh, yes, yeah, maybe that. Oh, yes. So program. That should do anything. Okay, it's in the capture list. I think it's just being slow. Debug system program is not a variable. do this. Expected. Okay. Do I know? I probably don't want to pass everything, but I guess for now, at least I'll shut it up. There's probably a better way to do this. If you know, let me know, or I'll look it up, or it won't. We'll find out. I haven't done a ton of Lambert does. But regardless, that should do the things we want it to do. And I'm actually going to do a cleanup before this. In theory, this shouldn't do anything. I mean, it should. If it hasn't been initted, it shouldn't do anything, because that's how I programmed cleanup. It doesn't complain if it just checks to see if is this here, is there something for this, and then deletes it. That way, like if this ever got into a weird state and you just want to re-init it or something, I don't know. Just make life easier for me. Okay, then we get to, do I need world? Let me take a look. Essentially, from the looks of it, I don't. It's, actually. Oh well, I'll just create one. No. Well, the main thing is just adding the debug system to this amount. I kind of want them to be separate. I'll fix it later if it's a problem. And then I'll do world. No parameters currently. Then okay. Dot add, and then okay. It's complaining for a second. Yeah. Oh. I'm also gonna add. Where was? It's in C Studio. No, it'd be in C. Where's random? std lib. That's the one. Standard library, I assume. And then okay, for u equals 0, u is less than, let's say 100. And then what else? Oh yeah, I need to actually create the entities. EntityX entity equals entities.create, and then entity.assign position random modulus. Where's the modulus? There it is. No, actually, it's random's an int, right? Random's an int. do this so infrequently, I don't remember the... Rand max, okay. Oh. I did it right. Same as in max. Okay. Yeah, rand max, that should give me a number between 0 and 1. I want this to be a float. Position. I'm going to times that by, well, what do I want to scale? Oh, okay. No. I want to add negative 0.5f to each of those. No. I mean, either way works, but this is the way I'm going to do it. Same idea for the... Actually, let's use the sine function. C math. And then entity dot assign velocity. Okay, I'm gonna get the... Oh wait, this last one should just be 0. So I don't really want to. I don't want to randomize the z coordinate because I'm not really doing anything with it. Float angle equals float rand divided by rand max, and then this would be let's see, I also want to do the speed. It's like 0.2 meters per second or something. And then I'm going to do, this would be, is x sine? I think x is usually sine. Yeah, x is, pretty sure x is sine. X, no, x is cosine, generally. Because when the angle is 0, cosine is 1. That should do it. Assuming I used speed. What's wrong with speed? Speed is undefined. Oh. Yes. Guess speed would be undefined in that case. Yeah, okay, that should work. Anything else I missed? And then void update. You know what? I'm just going to remove any sort of outward facing dependencies. Because honestly, I think it's really dumb to rename a double. There. In theory, that should be all I have to do as far as that goes. So here, the triangles are going to be too big. In fact, I'm going to actually make them small now, because this is going to be kind of weird if I don't. Where are they? Where are you, triangles? There you are. 0.1 for now. It messed up the spacing. No. I don't know if I care. And then I'm going to engine world. Is that working? Yeah, okay, good. World dot update 0.01 f, or I guess just 0.0. I'm actually no, I'll just get the delta time. Double last time equals GFW get time, I think it was called. It's going really slow today. I have to rely on my own. Okay, whatever. Double current time equals last time. I'm not gonna assign that to anything. Yeah, okay, good. And then this would be delta time. New over old, because this will be the bigger one. Wait. I'm just gonna get rid of that. I don't really need that. Just gonna assign it and then assign it here. No. Yeah. Better ways of doing this, but whatever. Okay. Let's moment of truth. Did I break everything? Yes, I did. Velocity float. Okay, I know what that is. I know what the problem is. Where is it? Kind of annoying that it doesn't tell me that beforehand. It might have. I might just not have been paying attention. Oh, is that What is it? Complaining about system configure failed? What? Where is it? Start initialized, configure not called. Oh. Oh, I missed a step. Let's try this again. Oh, well, that's a whole lot of nothing. Or is this taking forever? Is it frozen? Huh. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what I did wrong. Alrighty, so I'm back. I took a look at some things and figured out why things weren't displaying. It had to do with, well, I'm actually in the wrong file. I've actually moved some stuff around. First thing I did was I made I made a render debug renderer class here in this render header. That's just right under engine. I did that. I actually did that after I figured out what the problem was. The problem was essentially that the init method for the in render system wasn't getting called, and it was like the destructor or the constructor wasn't. I created a constructor. They did a lot of things, but they weren't really working out. And now I'm just kind of wondering if EntityX is really the solution I want. I'm tempted just to roll out a more primitive like entity component system where basically it's just either like have entities have pointers on them to an array of stuff, or an array of what do you call them, of components. So you have like several arrays, like you have a position array, a velocity array, and all that jazz, and essentially each entity will just point at them. I mean, it'd be more work for me, but I don't know. The main issue I'm having is not so much with getting things working, is like this was me kind of messing around with like just having an entity just be just a structure and just loading it. But if we look at this, this was how I was doing things, and it's just kind of slow. Basically, it was having hiccups. I mean, now it's stopped doing it for some reason. Yeah, as soon as I start recording. Or maybe it's fine. Maybe just something about the state my computer was in at the time, because I did do a fresh restart, and that actually might have fixed the problem. I kind of want to make my own entity component system, just because that sounds like a fun thing, but that's probably its own project in and of itself. Yeah, so also have it so things bounce off. But either way, okay. It must have been the case. I think what happened, because it was the visual part was messing up. And if I had to guess, it was probably the renderer wasn't cleaning up, because the destructor wasn't getting called or something. I don't know. Something was weird. But that seems to have fixed it. Okay. Either way, I mean, I just need something to just to do this properly. I don't really like this method of adding entities. But yeah. Yep. So speed. Essentially that's it. So yeah, I guess that's it for today. Well, it's actually this is over 2 days. I started to try and figure things out, and then okay, so it is kind of still a little herky jerky. That's a lot better than it was. I don't know what it might have been like my GPU's video RAM or something was being like filled up because I kept running this application over and over and over again. Yeah. But yeah, that should be fine. And all these things are moving around and doing what I want. But yeah, okay. Alrighty. So yeah, that's all. I'm just gonna do a bit of cleanup. Just get rid of this. I might as well show like what it looked like. This world update is wrong. Well, it looked like the other way because I was complaining about speed, and it might still. This might still actually be faster because it's more local. No, it's about the same actually. Yeah. One of the problems I think there is oh, this shouldn't be an issue, but essentially this, if I had to guess from what it looks like, we actually look at the method signature. Okay, so it returns a reference. That should be fine then. Essentially, I'm just assigning reference to a reference. I don't know. It could just be my computer's really crappy, which is almost assuredly because this thing can barely play anything. But yeah. Alrighty. I'm just going to clean up the main folder. Oh, that. I have 2 things running at once. What does it look like with just the one? I mean, it's still kind of herky-jerky, but yeah, that actually might be due to the swap interval. Where was it? At some point, I was debugging why things were being slow. And where did I put it? Dang it. There. Here. Swap interval. So this is supposed to be like... Yeah. Number screen updates to wait from. But yeah. Let's take a look at that. What does it look like without that? Because I was assuming like, oh, maybe I'm making too many draw calls and it's just slowing down the thing. Okay, yeah, that definitely does get a little more herky-jerky because it's making a lot of draw calls, so it's constantly updating the buffers and stuff, and constantly updating these uniforms. But yeah, so yeah, this isn't. Yeah, I guess I'm not rolling out my own entity component system. Probably for the best. I mean, it's fun. That actually does sound fairly fun, and that's maybe something I'll tackle after I do this. But yeah. This video is going on really long. I'm starting kind of. I said in the first episode, which is episode 0, but anyway, I said that I wasn't going to do a ton of stuff on camera, but I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, especially for this sort of super, like, if I just run into something that's like weird and I just have to look it up and figure out debugging. I don't know if the debugging section is all that interesting. I mean, I kind of like to have a more like, oh, you're right there beside me sort of feel to these videos, but it's just, I don't know if it's all that interesting. I mean, once the engine gets a little more like substantial, I might start doing some streaming days, but other than that, I just don't want to waste your time with cruft and like me randomly putting console output statements just to figure out, okay, why on earth is this not working? But yeah, so I did what I said I was gonna do, and so I'm not gonna make this video any longer than it needs to be. Next episode, probably going to, let's see, what do I just need to start adding more components and more different systems. I think I might modify the either I might remove the velocity and just create, like, instead of having a position and a velocity, I might just have a like transform component, or like a transform component. Basically, it'll have the position, a speed, and a rotation. That way I can, that's only there'll be 5 floats, and that just makes things a little simpler, makes it a little, and then that doesn't make the math a little more complicated, because then I can't just do a plus equals. But anyway, well, I'll figure out, I will reconsider the current component structure, see if what exactly I can do for that. And my goal is to add, let's start with adding cursor, like a cursor selection box and selection. Let's do that instead of what I was going to do. Just basically being able to click on things and being able to click and drag, essentially. That'll be the next episode, and there'll probably be some tweaks in there. Maybe I'll need a new system for that just to yeah. But anyway, all right. Thanks for watching. I'm Solder, and have a nice day.